Good morning and thanks for joining us. Holly Shields here, live from 𝐊𝐴𝐵 studio in Sydney, and you're watching the Early Trades, a show where we share with you a glimpse of the Australian share market opening trade scene, along with the global and domestic drivers triggering the market momentum. In our first segment of the day, let's have a look at how the early morning trades panned out, taking cues from Wall Street action overnight. Then in the second segment, we'll check out the prominent newsmakers grabbing the headlines during the early trade hours. And then bringing us to the final segment where we discuss the movement seen in crypto, crude oil, gold and metals indices. So without further ado, let's kick it off. The Australian shares opened in the green on Thursday, following strong overnight trades on Wall Street. The ASX 200 gained 0.96%, with 7 of 11 sectors lower over the last week, along with the ASX 200 index. Although little has changed, consumer staples is today's best performing sector, and medical device company Cochlear, construction engineering company NRW Holdings, and energy company Genesis Energy are a few stocks going ex-dividend today. But for those of you who might not be aware of what ex-dividend means, well, it's used for a stock that's trading without the value of the next dividend payment. With that said, let's now have a look at the top gainers and losers of the opening trade. While the ex-dividend date is the day the stock starts trading without its next dividend payment, the top gainers on the ASX during the opening trade are automotive equipment provider Bapcor, investment company Washington H. Soul & Patterson, specialty retail fashion chain Premier Investments, diversified media-related services company News Corp, tourism and transport company SeaLink Travel Group. And that's the list. Now for the bottom performing stocks, well, owner of toll roads Transurban Group, gold and minerals exploration company Gold Road Resources, metals and mining company St. Barbara, gold production and exploration company Regis Resources, and Australian gold producer Northern Star Resources. Now let's take a glance at the latest updates from the US Dow Jones, which rose 1%, while the S&P 500 climbed 0.95% similarly, and the Nasdaq jumped an identical 1%. In a post-statement press conference, Fed Chair Jerome Powell told reporters that a gradual tapering could start as early as November, and that it could end by mid-2022. Well, with that said, moving on to the next segment, let's quickly look at the highlights of the prominent ASX shares during the early trade hours. And the first company on our radar is Brickworks, the manufacturer of building materials, who reported a net profit of $239.2 million for financial year 21, falling 20% over the last year. Although EBITDA grew 61% to $453.5 million, the significant items related to costs hit this profit figure. The share price of the company was trading higher during the opening trades at just over $25. Moving on, an investment company, Washington H. Soul Patterson, and the company's profit for financial year 21 rose by a massive 93% to hit $328.1 million. This allowed the company to announce the highest dividend in 19 years. So a lot of record breaking there. Robust performance from Brickworks, Round Oak Minerals and New Hope contributed to the performances as well. And the share price of Washington H. Soul Patterson was trading higher during the opening trades at $36.88. Moving on now, the next company on our list is Premier Investments, which operates a range of specialty retail fashion chains. They've doubled their financial year 21 profit despite widespread store closures during the reported period. Net profit was reported at $271.8 million, a whopping 97.3% jump over the last year. The share price of Premier Investments was trading higher during the opening trades at $27.87. On that note, it is time now for a short break, but stay tuned because I'll be right back.
Tune in to get the latest information.
Whether it's about market movements or the currency graph,
sectoral coverage or industry news?
We cover it all on our news segments.
Be on top of the latest news
With 𝐘𝐻𝐿 TV. Welcome back to the Market Open Commentary in the early trades. Next up, Adavale Resources, a nickel sulfide exploration company, has announced its planned work is scheduled to commence in the mid-October 2021 period on its 100% owned Lake Surprise project tenements. Earlier, the plans were put on hold due to the disruptions by COVID-19. And the share price of Adavale Resources was trading higher during the opening trades at 0.085 cents Australian. And the last company on our list today is Australian exploration company Hot Chili, who have exercised their options to acquire 100% stake in the company's world-class Cortadera copper-gold discovery in Chile. The company has now satisfied the $32 million in payments since February of 2019 to acquire Cortadera. The share price of Hot Chili was trading higher during the opening trades at 0.039 cents. Now to the third and final segment of the show, let's discuss the movement seen in cryptocurrency, bond yields, crude oil, gold and metal indices. While US Treasury prices surged after the Fed announced that it would bring down monthly bond purchases. It also signaled that higher interest rates may be a reality more quickly than expected. Benchmark US 10-year notes last rose 6 on 32 counts in price to yield 1.3067%. Meanwhile, the US dollar remained choppy after the latest policy announcement by the Fed, as the dollar index rose 0.238%. Crude oil prices inched higher as well, following a greater than expected drawdown of US supplies. West Texas Intermediate ended up 2.5%, and Brent crude closed up 2.5% as well. Energy stocks like Woodside Petroleum were trading higher during the early trades, whereas Santos edged higher as well during the early trade hours today. Other than this, the gold prices fell despite the Fed holding interest rates steady, and spot gold was at 0.4% lower an ounce. ASX listed gold stocks like Northern Star were seen in the red during the early trades, and Newcrest Mining was trading flat as well during those hours today. Meanwhile, iron ore futures in Asia rebounded on Wednesday. However, concerns remained on whether gains could be sustained on the back of the collapse in China's demand and improving supply prospects. January iron ore on China's daily commodity exchange ended at 3.7% higher per tonne. Well, with that said, that is just about all for now in the early morning trades, but stay tuned to 𝐘𝐿 TV because we have many more shows lined up for you, sharing live updates across economies, markets and sectors. Holly Shields signing off.